we developed. So we have so far we are learned pagination and all these things. Today, before going to, I told you, no, we have like a paginator bundle, something called KNP paginator bundle. We can use that for this purpose. But today what we are going to do, no, before doing all of these things, we need a template for displaying a web page design for displaying all this blog and blog entity and all these things. So we have already pre-built ready-made template. So let's see that. So this is our blog page. I'll show you. This is our blog page. So if you go here, this is our blog article page. We will be having a menu, and then we'll be having a grid with a sidebar, and in the sidebar we are having the some items like these and all. We will not do that. We will have latest post, we will have the categories, so, and we will have the pagination here like this, and one blog item. If you are clicking on learn more, no, it will show a blog item like this, a sidebar, and under that some comments will show, and comment option will be there, and a footer will be there. This is what we are going to do first before going into pagination and all these things. So let us integrate this theme. How can we integrate this theme in our Symfony project? So okay, let us open this web page inside a text editor. So if you go here, I have something called TextMate. So if you see, every web page is having it is enclosed in an HTML. It is having a head and a body. So if you take now any web page, for all the pages in this, now this will be theme. So this part in the body we have something called header, and we are something called main wrapper, and finally we have something called footer section, and then some scripts and all these things. So the first thing we want to start with this thing, no, try to understand what are all the third-party scripts or themes and all these things used in this. So first thing is like we need to use Bootstrap. So what in link, relation, style, href, plugins, Bootstrap, CSS and all these things. So many things. But in Symfony we have a structured way and to include the scripts and a most performance oriented way, and we don't want to give one by one like this. So for that is called Webpack. One tool is available in Symfony which is called Webpack. So right now if you go here in the project, we don't have any folder related to Webpack or anything here, and even if you go to composer.json, now we don't have such kind of pack. Okay, so let's install that package first. So how to install a new package? Yeah, composer require encore. If we give encore, it will install the Webpack Encore bundle. It will install Webpack Encore bundle. After installation, now if you see, a script will be generated inside the root directory of our project, and you can see that many things inside this, and one folder called assets, and it will be having an app.js and bootstrap.js and controllers.js. Leave about bootstrap.js and controllers.json. Just think about app.js. Here it is like importing styles app.css and import bootstrap. It is for stimulus application. I will explain about stimulus application later. So now if you go to styles, you have the app.css. Either all your custom CSS you can put it here, or you can import from other file here. So you know that how to import from in CSS and all. So these are the things by default available in the asset folder. So if you look at our templates, our template folder in the base, no, if you look at now, we have something called style sheet, Encore, entry, link, tag, app. So instead of putting all each and every file, now we are putting something called app. So from where this is coming? So this is coming, if you look at the webpack config, no, I am actually adding an entry called app, and I am referring that entry. So I am referring that entry to a specific file. So what will happen now? Whenever I am building this, so there is a build command for this. I will tell you all these commands and all. So whenever I am building this, in the public, one folder will be created in build. Under build, it will be created app.js. One file will be created. So inside that, everything will be there. So we are referring to that only basically in the base.js. So if we are giving Encore entry link tags, it will be taking app.css. Encore entry script tags, it will be taking app.js. Okay. Now, so before going everything, now, first thing is like, we need to run a command, either npm install or yarn install. So I have already installed Node.js. To work with these tools, JavaScript tools, we need Node.js in our system. So I'm not taking you to how to install Node.js and all these things. So what you can do now, you can install Node.js, and whenever you are installing Node.js, directly from there, Node.js installable binaries, no, it will come up with npm. If you are installed by using some other package management system, you may have to install npm separately, and after that you can install npm package, yarn package by using npm, and then that yarn, no, we will be using for as a package manager. Yarn also another package manager, npm also we can use both the things. So Symfony recommends yarn. Okay, so let's inside our project, let's run yarn install. So it will install all the packages mentioned in the package.js. So this is similar to our Composer, same thing, but it is for only for JavaScript. Okay. So now if you see your package.json, now by default some dev dependencies are there. So in our, so if you see all these things, no, required for generating and all these things, and license and all these things you can mention. If you wanted to give some other licensing, you can do that. Okay, so next thing is like what you can do now. So go to this page. What the first thing we want? Bootstrap. So how do we install Bootstrap? So yarn, you can simply search yarn bootstrap. If you go here, the Bootstrap package, like Composer package is package manager, yarn package manager also is there. So if you go here, you can get a command yarn add bootstrap. Okay, you can just simply copy that and you can type it here, yarn add bootstrap. So now Bootstrap 5.23 version has been installed, and it says that it is having popper.js. So let's install that package also. So if you go here, you can just copy this and paste it here. Okay, now no other dependencies, we have installed that. So now let us, how we will include, now you see that dependencies, what are the dependencies we are giving now, it is available here. How do we load that package in our system, I mean in our app.js? So you can simply call import, and inside import you can call bootstrap. If you call this now, automatically bootstrap will be loaded. So it's not like /bootstrap, it is, you have to call it from this bootstrap. Okay, now you have seen now node modules. What is node modules? One folder will be created. whatever the packages installed by the node, whatever the modules installed by the node package manager will be added to the node modules. Remember that this should be git ignore. So those who are not aware of Git, so just go to the github.com and go to the documentation and try to learn. So in the git ignore, we already ignored this folder, so we will not commit this to the repository. Okay, so now we added this. Okay, so next thing is like other package. We want like what are the other packages? We are using jQuery. We are using jQuery. First thing is like we are using jQuery. So let's install the jQuery. Let's go to our yarnpkg.com and this bookmark this website. So it's very much important. So just copy yarn add jQuery and then run the same command. I'm just clearing it for visibility. Same command yarn add jQuery, and then you have installed jQuery. So now next thing is like we have to import jQuery as well. I'm importing jQuery. Okay, we import jQuery, but jQuery is not coming into the scope of import modules. So due to that reason, there are some problems with the dollar variable. That dollar variable is a global. If you import this will not be available as a global. So in order to solve that problem, we need to give some text, some tweak for that. So you can actually go to this app.js, and you can simply type two things. So I'm copying from another project for simplicity. So you can simply put global. Global is the global scope variable, so like PHP super globals, and global dot dollar and then equal to dollar. Okay, and again you remember that not simply import jQuery, you need to give dollar from jQuery, because jQuery works little different from our all other JavaScript libraries. So you need to give import dollar from jQuery, and then you need to give global dot dollar is equal to dollar and global dot jQuery is equal to, then these two things will be available in the JavaScript, your browser global scope. Okay, so this way you can install the jQuery. Next, let's go to other things like Bootstrap. Now next, jQuery magnific pop-up one tool is there. You can go here. So this is the thing. So yarn add magnific pop-up, you can install that. Once again, this also you can install. Yeah, so if you will simply import that also. Can just give what is the name. Okay, if you're going, you can go to GitHub magnific pop-up. You can simply go here and this no actually what is the name of that module we need to find. So maybe no we want other things. jQuery. Okay, magnific pop-up is there. Okay, we imported that, and then in our other requirement is slick.min.js. Let's slick is another library, so we will copy that, we will install it. Maybe I don't know whether we are installing the right tool or not. Let's check. Slick is there, waypoints is there, waypoints and counter app. Next thing is like waypoints. We'll install this also. We installed it. Next, what is the other thing? Map.js. We are not going to use that for now. We have something called scripts. Okay, let's check that. And we have something called contact.js. So that is a custom JS. We will not include that thing, so we don't need that. So we have magnific pop-up and slick theme and all these things. And then there is something called themify icons. Okay, this is related to that template. So let's simply copy that and install. So remember that yarn add package name. Okay. So sometimes the package name will be starting with that symbol. So that is why I am saying go and search in here. Yarn website. Okay. Okay, fine. We have installed everything, and then next thing is like we need to import those things. Import. First thing is like magnific pop-up we did there, and the font epsom also we need to install. Slick we need to do that, and then waypoints, slick we need to do. Import slick. Okay, import waypoints, and then slick waypoints, counter up. Did we install this? I think we didn't do that. Actually this counter up, I don't know whether it is required or not. Let's install it. This is counter up. I don't know whether we installed or not. Okay, I'm installing that as well. Import counter up. Finally, map.js is not required, and we have themify icons and font epsom. Let's install font epsom as well. So I'm installing that package as well, and then if you go here, homepage, GitHub homepage, now you can get how you can call all these things like version 6. Okay, you can think of it how you can use in a different thing. And if you go to React, it is saying npm yarn font epsom svg core, and you're doing. So the documentation will be coming here. You can go to and you can try to find out what are the things is available inside that. In our case, we don't want to do all of these things. So I have installed everything. So I have added, and the first thing is like I will go to my base.js. In the base.js, I will copy this head part. Okay. First thing is like I have got required meta tags. I'll copy this and I will put it here. And again, in my case, it's bootstrap. We need to give viewport and all. So we can simply give blog, my blog, all these things, and the author, meta tag author we can give. Author is my name. Okay, we can give my name, and then we can give the title. So here you remember that now this is a block. This is got block. So I will tell you how we can change all of these details. Title is fine. And the next thing is like we are giving the style sheets. So it will come from app, and finally we will have only body like this. Okay. So now inside the templates we will add one more file called layout.html.twig. So what is the use of this thing now? This will act as a common layout for all the page, because in the base we are not adding anything in the body block. So what I will do now, I will just like your page now, your old page, blog page, you have something called the extends base now. You can copy this and you can put it extends base.html, and then you can go to your blog page and you can extend layout. So this will become a third level thing, and then you go to your layout. Inside layout you are giving block body, and you are going to override our body block, end block, and inside this under one block you can have multiple blocks. So let's do one thing, you can copy this navigation part. Okay, so I will call it header. I'll make it as a separate block header, and then I will type end block, and next thing is like I'll copy this main part. I don't know why multiple divs are coming. Basically this section, this div. Okay, let's copy everything. bg grade is related to, I will just simply take it everything. I don't know what is the problem. This section, what is this section is starting? There is some problem with this. Maybe. Okay, let's copy everything and then we can paste it here. Actually, this is a section. Okay, basically we need to have a div here at the end. Okay, so it is missing in this, it is missing, that's why. Okay, it is no it is okay, fine, it is missing. So some problem is there, that is why it is like that. So let's have, so I'll call it main. Inside a main I will have page title, and then I will have something called, okay, in our case now we will have section container, I mean content area, page header area, and then other section like blog wrapper or something like that it is giving. Okay, now I will call this, inside this now I'll call block, I can call this block main, okay, or block content. Actually some div is having some problem. Let's do this, some additional div is required. Okay, let's do that, and we created it block content, and we did this, and then so what I can do now, in my index instead of this I am just putting block content here. Okay, now let's go and open our page. Some change happened. So maybe some issue, could not find entry points file. Okay, it's because of we okay, why this error is coming now. Now we installed everything, but I told you, we need to build the scripts. So for that we can run in the dev mode, you can run one command called yarn engor dev. So it will build everything. So there are two files. Module contains a reference to file waypoints. Okay, fine, we can fix that. So if you go to app.js, we are giving, okay, let's go to waypoints and check what is actually the file. Because some want basically some people won't work it in a normal way. It's a simply a folder, it's not a namespace, package namespace. So if you are having, okay, if you wanted to use this thing now, you will have to give waypoint slash src slash waypoint.js. okay, we will try to build once again. So still we will be having one more error. Module build counter up, same problem for that also. So if you go to counter app, counter of jQuery counter of .me, okay, we need to build once again. Let's clear it. We should build, okay, it should be working right now. So this is very much important, you need to do whenever you are starting every project. Okay, in the starting I will be setting it up and give it to you. So some changes happen because the CSS and all these things not added. I didn't add the CSS, that is why it is not coming. Even in the structure of the page also I didn't follow. Okay, that is why it is coming. I am simply replacing everything. Okay, so something is happening, and if you see that now, I already told you the files will be loaded. All the JS, if you look at now, you can see that runtime app.js is coming now, and if you look at the CSS, app.css, a single file will be loaded instead of loading. But in our page case now, if you look at here now, if you look at this page, sorry, you can see that it is loading how many files, which will be increasing the page load time. So you can load one single file, and even we can push this to a content delivery network instead of loading it from your own server. One example, Amazon S3 bucket, CloudFront we can use, and we can do that. So I will show you how to do all of things later. Okay, so now let's make it more beautiful. Okay, this long list of packages, don't worry about it, and all dependencies of different packages. Now in my this thing now, they have called styles.css. okay, let's go to the folder and find out css style.css. I can simply copy this and put it under my styles.css, and what I can do now, here body.background light gray and all, remove that. I can simply run a command import style.css. So now we did some change. We need to run this command once again. Suppose you wanted to make it always running, now you can give watch. Okay, but if you are making some changes to webpack configuration, you will have to stop this and run once again. So I prefer to use like this without watch. Okay, there are 7 errors. Okay, let's check what are the errors. Okay, not modules. Maybe this is because of
file JPG file.
no. Okay, some file it is referring. Okay, it is referring to this thing, some fonts, Google API, that is fine. Not funny JPGs and all. CSS loader, only the problem. There is some error with the CSS. Okay, yeah, you are correct. The backgrounds are missing.
Yes.
So if you wanted to use, no, it should be coming from .images bg. Okay, so we can do one thing. We can go to the folder and then you can copy this all images. Okay, copy this and you can put it in the asset folder. Okay, and add it. Okay, now once again you can clear it, so that if the path is correct, it will work. Now we created, let's go here. Something happened, some changes, because of we are modifying all these things. Now we are getting that problem. So now let's go here and in our page now we have one script.js. Okay, so what we can do now, we can go here and JS, we can copy this and then what we can do, we can put it under this script.js. Okay, if you want you can do that, but if you want in a different way, you can simply copy paste and put it in the app.js, but I'm not doing that, and I'm simply importing import script.js. Okay, I can do like this, and if I will have to run the command once again. So lag is there because of these things, we can't do anything. Okay, it is coming. Okay, some change happened. Okay, let's fix all other issue. Maybe it is of that deep problem. So I'll do one thing. In index, I will simply remove this thing, comment this, and let's check whether the page is coming properly or not. Something is happening. It's because of some other problem. So in the layout, let's remove this. I don't know what is happening. Some problem with the page. Okay, so let's do one thing. You have this thing, no? This part, including till here, I'll copy. Okay, and then I will put it here. Okay, in Facebook. Okay, some problem is this main wrapper I'll remove from here, and I will remove this from here. Sorry, I'll keep it that. I'll keep remove from here. Some changes happened, so let's try to fix that. So that part is not part of this learning, so fixing this. So this way we can create this page, and in the next video I will be showing you how to divide these blocks and all these things, how to render the blog page and all these things in the next video. Okay, so this is an HTML issue, so this HTML we will fix it and we'll show it to you. Okay, for today we will close by this. Okay.